Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? I hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. For many days we cannot meet together physically because you know the coronavirus pandemic is going on throughout the world, and due to the pandemic our normal academic activities are greatly hampered. Our government has taken some initiative to make up the loss in the education sector. For this reason they have conducting class on Sanshad Bangladesh television under the program Amar Ghar Amar School, and you are all instructed to watch these classes very carefully and do the homework, and then you will have to submit the homework to your class teacher when the school will reopen. You can see many other educational institutions throughout the world conducting their educational activities through the online channels like YouTubes and Facebooks. We are also doing the same. Our teachers are conducting classes on YouTube channels. You can see now I am holding a class on English second paper for class 9 and 10, and our today's topic is narration or speech. After this lesson you will be able to, that means our learning outcomes of today's lesson, tell the definition of direct and indirect narration, and you will be able to convert a direct narration into indirect. Then I will come to the definition of the narration. You all know the definition, you have learnt it in your previous classes. What a speaker says is called a narration. It is an easy matter. For example, Rohim says, I go to school regularly, and this is the narration. Then we may report the words of a speaker in two ways. We may report the words of a speaker in two ways, direct and indirect. Then what is called direct narration? Then we can say the narration are of two kinds, one direct narration and another indirect narration. Then what is called direct narration? When we quote a speaker's actual words, it is called direct narration. Here you can see Ruma said, I am very busy now. And what is called an indirect narration? When we repeat what the speaker said without quoting his exact words is called an indirect narration. That means the repeater report the speaker's words in his own way without quoting the original speaker's words. Now we turn the sentence into indirect. Ruma said that she was very busy then. Look at the sentence. Here you can see that in changing the direct speech into indirect, if this sentence, it changes this sentence into indirect, certain changes have been made here. First, we have used the conjunction that before the repeated speech. You can see that we have used here that before the repeated speech. And number two, the person I, here there was I, and it changed into she. I changed to she. And number third, verb. Here was am, and there it becomes was. And number four, we can see the adverb now is changed to then. There the adverb was now, here the adverb changed into then. So we can see some changes are necessary in converting a direct speech into indirect speech. Some changes are necessary, and you all should know the changes, know the things, which things are to be changed. First, repeating verbs should be changed according to the types of the sentences. You all know it. There are 5 sentences: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamative. These sentences should be known, and you all know it, I think. And repeating verbs, that means a sentence, a direct narration, direct speech takes 2 parts. One is repeated speech and another is repeated speech. The speech which is confined to inverted commas are called repeated speech, and the speech which is outside the commas are called repeating speech, and the verb is called repeating verb. Then the repeating verb should be changed according to the types of the sentences, and it is a statement. Set remain all the same, the set. In interrogative sentence, you can find that it becomes ask, inquire of, demand of, etc. And imperative sentence, in imperative sentence you can see the repeating verb change according to the mood or meaning of the sentences. It becomes request, advice, order, etc. And in optative, you can find it becomes wish or pray. And in the exclamatory sentence, it becomes, you can see it becomes told, said, or wish, etc. Then now we have known how to change the repeating verb. Then comes when the repeating verb in past tense. When the repeating verb is in past tense, you should change all the present tense in direct speech. The repeating verb, if in past tense, all present tense in direct speech will change into corresponding past tense. Then if it is present indefinite tense, it will become past indefinite tense. If it is present continuous tense, it will become past continuous tense. If it is present perfect tense, it will become past present perfect tense, it will become past perfect tense. And if there is future tense, the shall will turn into should would. And then if the you can also see if the tense is past tense, then it will become past perfect tense. The pronoun of direct speech, that means subject, object and possessive will be changed where necessary. The subject, object and possessive of the direct speech should be changed according to the relation between the speaker and the listener. Then comes words expressing nearness in time and place will be changed into word expressing distance. You can see then now changed to then, today, that day, here, there, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, this, that, etc. You will be very much careful in changing a direct narration into indirect, because you have to know the change, you have to know the things which will be changed. Now let us convert a direct narration into indirect. Look at me. Father said to the son, you are now old enough to earn your living, so you must set up and make your own way in the world. This is a direct narration. Now we will turn it into indirect. Then everybody think carefully and try to follow the doing. When father said to the son, the said to, the repeating verb said, we can remain it said, but as there is an object with to, we can, it is well to turn it into told. So I have turned the repeating verb told here, change it. Father told the son. Then omitting the inverted commas, we use that. Then you, according to the change rules, the pronoun of direct speech, subject, object and possessive. Here subject was you, we turn it he. That means when the subject is subject, object or possessive is in second person, then it will follow the object of the repeating verb. Then you become he, following the object of the repeating verb said, the son. Then he and I also use here the s of the son. Now the repeated verb of the repeated speech in present tense, it will turn into past tense. Am is or was are. So here with he, was will be used. Was now become then, old enough to earn. Here you living. Again it will follow the son, and he is living. So you, again you will change following the son. He must turn into had to, the repeating verb in past tense, and the repeated verb of the repeated speech will be converted or changed into the corresponding tense. So you know the modal verbs change can becomes could, may becomes might, and must becomes had to. For must we use here had to. He had to set up and make here thus verb make. In present tense it becomes in past indefinite tense make. Again your following the son becomes his own way in the world. I think all of you have understood the rules and the ways how to change a direct speech into indirect one. Then the reviewing the class, from this lesson we have learned what a narration is, and I think you can tell this also. What is the definition of direct narration and indirect narration? And we have now changed a direct narration. We have changed a direct narration into indirect one.